A House of Dynamite was released recently on Netflix. If you haven't watched it yet, I would suggest clicking off as there are spoilers. I will say I loved the movie. The acting, cinematography, and editing are all on point. The three different perspectives was an excellent way to have the audience digest a lot of information. It opens in a world blissfully unaware of its own fragility. We see glimpses of ordinary life, people commuting on buses, families playing, soldiers sharing mundane conversations, a collage of humanity just moments away from an unimaginable crisis. This normalcy is the first to go. The calm is shattered inside a military command center when the sea-based X-band radar, or SBX-1, detects a ballistic missile launch over the Pacific. Initially, the team, including Captain Olivia Walker, assumes it's another routine test from North Korea. The problem is, the Defense Support Program satellites, which are supposed to see the heat bloom of a launch, missed it entirely. This single piece of missing data creates the first crack in their certainty, a crack that will soon rupture into a full-blown crisis. The point of origin is officially indeterminate. As the missile continues its trajectory, the situation escalates rapidly. A national security conference call is initiated, pulling together the highest levels of military and government leadership. The mood shifts from professional routine to palpable tension. We see the stark contrast between the sterile, screen-filled command centers and the lives hanging in the balance. While analysts track vectors and azimuths, one officer is planning to pick up an engagement ring later that night, a poignant reminder of the personal futures that are unknowingly at stake. This juxtaposition highlights the surreal detachment of those in power from the consequences of the events they are monitoring. The system's confidence that the missile is just another test begins to crumble. Its rate of ascent slows and its inclination flattens. It's not heading harmlessly into the sea. The trajectory is now consistent with a suborbital path targeting the continental United States. The predicted impact zone? Chicago. With less than 20 minutes to impact, the White House Situation Room moves to DEFCON 2. A ground-based interceptor is launched, but the exo-atmospheric kill vehicle, the EKV, fails to separate from its booster. The system designed to protect them has failed. With just minutes to spare, the full weight of the crisis falls on one person, the President of the United States. He is presented with the Nuclear Decision Book, a grim catalog of retaliatory options. The choices are broken down into categories: limited, major, and regional, each page detailing targets and estimated enemy casualties. He's faced with an impossible decision armed with incomplete and contradictory information. The launch is still officially of unknown origin. Russia denies involvement, suggesting it might be North Korea, but swears they aren't behind it. Yet Russian forces are mobilizing, a reaction to the U.S. scrambling its own B-2 bombers. This is the central dilemma of the film. What is the right answer? It's easy to judge when characters in a movie make obviously bad decisions, but here there is no clear path. General Brady, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, argues for a massive retaliatory strike to decapitate any potential enemy before they can launch another attack, believing it's the only way to ensure some of them survive. But Deputy National Security Advisor Jake Barrington pushes for de-escalation, warning that a counterstrike could trigger a spiral of alerts leading to global thermonuclear war. They also mention the possibility that the warhead could fail on impact and not detonate. Imagine the alternative. What if they did know who launched, issued a counterstrike, and then the original bomb turned out to be a dud, not injuring a single soul? Would it have been right to launch a counter-missile just to make a statement to the world while harming innocent individuals who are likely just going about their daily lives? I can only hope that leaders of the world are run through these exact scenarios before they happen. And this is where the film makes its most controversial choice. It stops. Yes, I said it. The movie doesn't have an ending. The president is left with the nuclear football, his finger hovering over the button, and the screen cuts to black. While I don't agree with not having an ending, I understand the reasoning of the writer and director. It's a noble act to hop on that grenade to drive discussion about these very real and terrifying possibilities, but I still consider it an unfinished movie. This isn't the first time we've seen a leader grapple with such immense pressure. TV series such as Paradise have already highlighted the sheer weight of this responsibility, showing how difficult it is to make a decision even when more data is available, though in that series the options were a little more clear-cut. I will eventually be covering that series here as well. The film forces us to confront the horrifying reality of nuclear brinksmanship, where imperfect information and unimaginable stakes collide. The characters are trapped in a house of dynamite, where any move could set off a global catastrophe. I have no idea what the right answer would be. I only know I would hate to be the person making that decision. If you found this insightful, consider liking the video and subscribing for more deep dives. Let me know your own theories in the comments below.